Just allow yourselves to start to take a series of deep breaths, allowing your body to become more and more relaxed, more and more at ease. And as you breathe, going deeper and deeper, becoming more and more relaxed. Allowing your body to rest, allowing your body to almost sleep while your mind remains conscious and awake, while your mind remains alert. And now just locate that aspect of you which is your awareness, that part of you which is absent of form, yet intelligent and conscious. That part of you that's capable of traveling, capable of moving through space and time without the burden of physical form. Keep breathing, letting yourself go deeper and deeper, becoming more and more relaxed. Just begin to let go now of all your considerations, all your resistance. And now move your awareness to your right foot. Now your left foot. Now become aware of that band of light that wraps around your right ankle as it shoots off into the darkness. And become aware now of the band of light that surrounds your left ankle. And breathe, letting go. Become aware now of your right lower leg, left lower leg. And now your right knee with that column of light, that cylindrical tube of light, tremendous strength that shoots out off into the distance, into the darkness. And become aware now of that same cylinder of light that's located in your left knee. Experience it shooting out into the velvety black night. And now experience your right upper leg. And now your left upper leg. And take a deep, deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, just experience your legs and your feet just floating off, just leaving you. Let them go. And relax. Now become aware of your right hand. Now your left hand. And now the band of light, the ring of light that surrounds your right wrist. and the similar band of light that surrounds your left. And now move that consciousness, move that awareness now to your right lower arm. Now your left lower arm. And now become aware of the strength and the power that lies within that right elbow. That incredible strength, the forceful masculine side that is yours, with its sword that shoots out into the darkness, the symbol of the warrior, the symbol of the conqueror. And know that it served you well, not to make it wrong, but now move that awareness over to your left elbow and experience that aspect, that part of you which you've ignored, which you've been conditioned to deny. The healer, the gentle part of you, and let that be symbolized by the light of an incredible, long cylindrical crystal that shoots out, glowing in the darkness. And feel your anima, feel your feminine side, feel the qualities that you touched the last time you visited them. The qualities of nurturing, sensitivity, creativity. Let them in. Let them melt that part of you that denies them. And now become aware of your right upper arm, left upper arm. And once again, just take a deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, just experience your arms and your hands letting go of your torso, just flying off, moving away off into the darkness as your form becomes lighter. And now become aware of your right hip. And now your left. And from both experience the light pouring out, the forceful, powerful light. That hip that symbolizes your strength, your forcefulness. Those hips that contain your entire pelvic area. That area which we associate so strongly with our sexuality. And now become aware of your right buttocks. And now your left. Now your right inner thigh, and now your left inner thigh, and feel the softness there. Feel the vulnerability there. And now your lower abdomen and your anus. And as your awareness now touches your genitals, feel the energy that lies therein, and then just consciously release it. And let it go, and feel that sexuality floating and moving down through your legs and up through your abdomen into your chest, filling your entire body with your sexual consciousness. Let it flow. Let it go. Stop holding on to it. Release it. And now become aware of the musculature of your lower back and the musculature of your middle back. And now the musculature of your upper back, and feel there a blanket of light that rests upon your back, healing, a healing blanket of light. And relax. And now as that blanket of light begins to wrap around and touching your right shoulder and then your left, again begin to release all your expectations of yourself, all your expectations of your sexual partner, their expectations of you, your religious expectations, your societal expectations, all the things you're supposed to be, all the things you're supposed to know. And also let go as that healing light touches your shoulder, all the events from your childhood and your past, those things when the adults were insensitive, those times when they didn't understand, for they had forgotten their own sexual curiosity and therefore were insensitive about yours. Let that light continue to wrap around and heal you. And as you let go of all those past events, feel a lightness returning, a playfulness and aliveness as your shoulders lift and begin to float as they straighten your back. And as they straighten that spine, feel that energy now free to move at the base of that spine, unconstricted by its bend. Allow it to now move and shoot up your spine. Feel it. Let it up. Release it. And now the blanket of light continues to move, and it moves down through your upper chest, moving slowly down, down, now touching your breasts and the nipples there, the touch of them that's so sensitive. Enjoy the healing light and let that blanket now float down, moving now to the musculature of your abdomen as it continues to move down until your entire torso and pelvic area is covered, surrounded back and front with a blanket of light. Feel the healing. Allow the healing. Love your body. Trust your body. Let it in. Now let the light move in through your navel, and once inside, turn it loose of your control, and let that consciousness move freely, playfully touching and kissing and embracing your organs, and touching your small intestine and large intestines, kidneys, liver, pancreas, all those incredible organs that support you and take care of you. And now as it begins to move up on its own, let it embrace and touch your lungs and feel your breath. That incredible breath, the breath that tells you what's going on with your sexuality, that breath that warns you of the passion building. And just breathe through those lungs and relax. going deeper and deeper. And now allow it to move up the light. The consciousness moves and surrounds that incredible organ called your heart. And give it its significance that it deserves, that heart that opens you to others, that organ that signifies your willingness to relate and be available and vulnerable and intimate with others. And as that heart opens, as it breathes, as it moves, as it pumps, feel it. Feel it opening. Opening to pleasure. Receive. Let it in. And just quietly experience this intimate time, this intimate moment with your consciousness surrounding and holding your heart. Let them join. Let them unite and be one. And now experience the healing light that surrounds your heart, beginning to dissolve, beginning to create a mist of light. Incredible mist of light, a light mist of millions and billions of specks of light, having healed your heart as it floats now up through your chest, filling your entire chest with aliveness and peace and rest. And as your body is going deeper and your mind is becoming even more alert, allow that consciousness now to float up, moving now up through your upper chest, and now touching your neck, that part of your body that symbolizes your communication. And let that be a willingness to communicate your desires, a willingness to share your secrets, a willingness to say what you want and what you don't want, knowing that you will not be humiliated again. Trust your own power, and let that knowledge heal your communication. Heal your willingness to communicate about your sexuality. Take your courage back, take your curiosity back, and feel that light now surrounding your neck like a scarf of light that you wear tightly around your neck, warming you and healing you, trusting you. Now let the light continue to move up from your neck into your head. And as it fills your head, it begins to surround and touch that incredible organ called our brain, with its billions of electrical charges in its nervous system that sends light down throughout your entire body. Feel the peace and the harmony there. And let the light begin to fill now your entire body. And to make sure, now move your awareness to the top of your head, creating a small, tiny hole, and the light pours down through the hole, first surrounding your brain from the inside and then pouring down around the outside. Now touching the center of your forehead and the light that's there. Open that up, open that eye, and see. See the pictures as they flash by. Times when you loved and were loved. People holding you and bouncing you on their lap and playing with you and tickling you. Loving you. And let those incredible pictures continue to float throughout your psyche as the light begins to move further down, now touching your eyes and your nose, your cheeks, your lips. And when it gets to your lips, let it touch those muscles on both sides of your jaw and relax them, letting your mouth fall open. And now just sit and focus on the light that's pouring down inside you as it fills your entire body, as your body becomes brighter and brighter. And as the intensity of the light becomes more brilliant, notice a shift in the light, that it's balancing, that it's equaling the right side, that the left is becoming as bright as the right. Shift that energy. All that's required is to let the light move. Just get out of the way and let that wall that separates your male and your female to melt, to open as the light balances equally throughout your entire body. And with that, find yourself now standing there on your path, that incredible path in this mountain forest, this magical pine forest. These incredible trees that have seen many, many lifetimes shooting up into the sky. And it's a dark night, a dark, dark moon, a blue-gray moon night. But this time you sense that you've been here before. You can't quite recall from when, but it seems familiar. And there are clouds this time rustling in the night, and it's not clear. And sometimes the clouds pass between you and the moon, and darkness falls. And when that darkness falls, you become a bit anxious, a bit frightened about where you are and why you're there and where you're going. But you pursue because within you is a sense of something. You're not quite sure. It feels like love, but you don't know why the love would bring you here to this place. But you go on. You go on, for love has brought you many, many places you didn't plan to go. And then the clouds begin to build, and they become thicker and thicker, heavier and heavier, and the darkness comes, and it becomes darker and darker. And you become more anxious and frightened as the darkness falls, but you continue to walk. And then, off in the distance, you see flickering lights. You're not quite sure what they are. They're terribly tiny, tiny, tiny lights. Two of them, looking, darting Same direction, then the back, and then the front, and then to the left, and then to the right. They appear and disappear, and you're not quite sure what they are because they seem to be in the same place. And as you continue to walk toward them, feeling a bit relieved, a bit less anxious, as you look for another life form, as you look for something to connect, as you search for a helper, as you search for a guide along the path. And you get right up on them, and they're still small for what they are the eyes of an incredible owl, a wonderful owl that sits on a branch of the tree, a wise owl, an owl who can see in the darkness, an owl who knows the darkness. And you feel loved, for that's what you needed. You gaze up at it, and as owls do, it kind of looks down at you in a sort of superior way, symbolizing its wisdom and knowledge. And obviously, without communicating words, thought forms pass between you. And it then darts with its eyes to the left, darting with its eyes to the left. And the message is, go left here. Trust and go left here. And you do. You continue to walk in the darkness, realizing that you found a helper along the way. Your fear begins to diminish as you begin to see a clearing, and a sudden sense of love and appreciation and gratitude come over you. For the owl sent you in the right direction. And there is the clearing, a clearing that looks familiar, but you don't know from when. And as you walk closer, it becomes this incredible, still mountain lake. A lake that you know that you've seen somewhere before, but you can't remember when. You stand there as you look at its incredible beauty, even with the dark moon shining down on its surface, still and quiet, like a mirror. It shines up and reflects everything in its view, the white mountain peaks, the trees, the moon, the clouds rushing by. You stand there on its shore and you look to your left, and there you see a small boat, another helper along the path. You feel this impulse to get into the boat, and you do. And in the bottom of the boat is a small paddle, and you pick it up and you begin to row to the right and row to the left. And as your paddle touches into the clear lake, ripples shoot out from it, creating ripples throughout the entire lake, distorting the crystal clear image into magical images of the night. And you paddle left and paddle right, feeling perfectly at ease, at home. And you get to the middle of the lake, surrounded by this incredible nature, by this incredible beauty. And you choose to stop paddling. And you pause and you lay the paddle down in the bottom of the boat, and when you do, you see a flute, an instrument, this incredible, beautiful flute made of gold, a golden flute. Surprised and excited with the wonder of the discovery, you pick it up. You hold it in your hands with great wonder, a flute of gold, not of silver, not of brass, but of gold. Not one that you need to polish and take care of, but one that keeps its brilliance and brightness without any care. And again, impulsively, you take this flute and you begin to bring it to your lips, unsure that you can even play it. But you do it anyway. Why else would it be here? Why else would you have found it? And then you take your lips and you lie them upon the flute, and you pull up from within you your masculine breath, your passionate breath, and you blow that breath into the golden flute, and suddenly your fingers begin to move up and down its form, and these incredible sounds come out of it, echoing off the mountains. These incredible, beautiful sounds of a solo flute. And they're so beautiful, your eyes close with appreciation, and you continue to blow and play while your ears listen and hear the sounds that you're making, the sounds of your passion, the sounds of your breath. And as you play, you feel a presence. You feel a sense that someone's there. You even almost feel someone or something rustling through your hair. And then you realize a transformation is coming, and the flute, the coldness of the flute, begins to become soft and warm, and you suddenly realize that your lips are touching lips. And in shock and surprise and excitement, you open your eyes, and you are holding and kissing the lady of the lake. The flute has gone and disappeared, and with that she pulls her lips away from you, embraces you, and smiles with a gentle laugh, saying hello, saying welcome. You sit in wonder and just gaze into each other's eyes for a moment, unsure about the magic which is occurring in this incredible place. And as the smiles begin to become at rest, she then breaks from you, moving away, laughing, and dives out of your arms, out of the boat, deep into the lake, as you sit there and wonder, not knowing what to do, frightened, unsure whether you're ready to leap. And you do. And you jump up and dive into the lake, into the water, into the darkness, into the pure, pure water. Quiet and still under the water. You begin to move around, moving your arms, moving your legs, and it's warm and clear, and you can see, and there in the distance coming towards you again is her form, a phosphorescent form again, but this time a bit more like a mermaid than just a lady. She swims towards you and you swim toward her, stroking stroking and pulling your body as best you can toward her as she swims towards you with incredible grace, with no effort, and you realize to let go. And with that realization, you begin to move with great ease and great grace. And you touch, and you embrace, and you whirl once again, and spin around once again, absent of gravity, saying hello, hello, as you hold each other, whirling around beneath the surface of the lake. And as you say hello, you then say, I love you. I love you. And with that she responds and says, what you want is unconditional love. What you want is unconditional love. And you hold on to that. And she continues and says, make it your lover. Embrace it. Make unconditional love your lover. Embrace it. And then she says, what do you most dislike about yourself? And you pause and you think about you and who you are, and that part of you that you condemn, that part of you that you deny, that part of you that you always want to get rid of and hide and fix. You think about that part of you that you dislike. And as soon as you do, again she says, make it your lover. Love it. Embrace it. Make it your teacher. For if you want unconditional love, you must love you unconditionally. And with that, she goes on and says, what is its use? What is its value? And you think. And then she says, give it to me. And with that, you take your right hand and you reach right into your physical manifestation, right into your physical form, and you pull from your body this thing that you dislike. And you place it into her hands, which are outstretched. And she says, now I will return it, but only its value. I will keep the rest. And she takes your hand, your left hand, and pulls it out, and without you able to see, she places within it the value. The value of that part of you which you dislike. And then she closes your hand over it so that you can't see it. And she tells you that when you're ready, look, and you pause, and then you open your hand, and there's the value. That's why you held on to that so long, for this value. And she says, see its value. and place it back within. And you do. And this time with your left hand going into your physical manifestation, you return the value into your body, into your psyche. And then she says, now look at all the incredible places that love has taken you. Look now at all the wonderful experiences that love has guided you toward. Now that you're whole, look too at all the ways that you give love. Look how loving you are. And now feel through every cell in your body the ways that love revitalizes you, the energy and aliveness that it brings to you. And now look at all the ways that you receive love, that you let it in. Not the ways you don't, the ways you do. And then she says, who is your lover, if not you? How can you have a lover without loving you? And then she smiles and says, who is your soul mate? And with that, this incredible recognition comes over your entire being, and light and energy moves through your entire body, almost as if you're orgasmic through your entire physical form. And having received her wisdom, she carries you to the shore. As you float there with this orgasmic energy rushing through your body, she just takes you to shore and she kisses you on the forehead. And she whispers then into your ears, return again. Return again. Return for more secrets. I am always here. Return again. And as you float toward the shore, you begin to stand then in the low water, as the mermaid lady swims away into the lake. So in awe of her that you don't realize that dawn has come, that you've been there all night without ever having to come to the surface to breathe. And you stand in awe watching her leave, and as she disappears, you feel the bright orange dawn light coming up over the horizon, touching your body and warming it. And once again your hand, but not your right, your left hand this time, moves to your lips and you throw the lady of the lake a kiss. And again, you suddenly realize off to the left is this incredible rainbow, a beautiful, beautiful tropical rainbow, symbolizing harmony, symbolizing unity. And with that at ease, you turn your back to the lake and walk out of the low water back on your path, out of the clearing and into the forest, back into the adventure in the night. And as you enter the adventure of this reality, you will awake at the count of 5 and not before. 1, the sound of my voice. 2, the seat beneath you and the floor that you lie upon. 3, your physical hands and feet and heart and breath. 4, your mental recall of the space and environment in which you are. And at the count of 5, alert, knowing, healed and complete. 5.